Good day everyone! Today I will be talking about salicylic acid as a food preservative.
Salicylic acid is used in food preservation and is also commonly used in skincare and beauty products. Salicylic acid is a compound known for its antimicrobial properties, which mean it can prevent the growth of bacteria and yeast. Because of this, it was once used as a food preservative to help slow down food spoilage and extend shelf life. It was added to products such as fruit juices, pickles, and jams to keep them from spoiling quickly. However, further studies show that consuming salicylic acid in large amounts could cause stomach irritation and digestive problems. Because of this health risk, many countries limited or banned its use in food and replaced it with safer preservatives. This shows why food additives must always be regulated and used carefully. On the other hand, salicylic acid is still widely used in beauty and skincare products. This can be commonly found in acne cleansers, facial toners, exfoliating products, and anti-dandruff shampoos. Unlike food, skincare products are applied externally and are carefully formulated at safe concentrations. Salicylic acid can be sourced naturally from plants such as willow bark, which is where it was originally derived. Today, it is also synthetically produced in laboratories to ensure purity and consistency for industrial use. In summary, salicylic acid was once used as a food preservative because of its ability to prevent microbial growth, but due to safety concerns, its use in food is now limited. Meanwhile, it remains valuable in beauty products where it helps improve skin health when used properly.
Salicylates are chemical compounds derived from salicylic acid. They can occur naturally in plants or be synthetically produced. In the past, they were used as food preservatives because they can slow down the growth of bacteria and molds. Uses of salicylates. It acts as preservatives by inhibiting the growth of microorganisms. It helps extend shelf life of food products. It used in small amounts due to possible health effects, so today their use in foods is very limited and regulated, and they are more common in medicine and cosmetics. Examples of food products: limited use as additives or preservatives, fruit juices, gums and jellies, pickled foods, sauces, and condiments. Foods that naturally contain salicylates and not added as preservatives. These are apples, oranges, grapes, tomatoes, spices, tea, and coffee. Important note: salicylates are not commonly used today as food preservatives because safer alternatives are available, and some people may be sensitive or allergic to salicylates.
Hi everyone, today I'll be talking about boric acid and borates as food additives and preservatives. So, what exactly are they? So, boric acid is a compound made of boron, hydrogen, and oxygen, while borates, on the other hand, are basically the salts or the derivatives of boric acid of food. They're mainly used to help prevent spoilage and keep food safe by stopping the growth of bacteria and fungi.
Frequently used as an insecticide, flame retardant, antiseptic, and in manufacturing products like glass. It is registered for use since 1948 and acts as a pesticide for insects, fungi, and weeds. It is highly effective for cockroaches, ants, and silverfish. It is also used in some antiseptics like eye washes and for treating bacterial vaginosis. Used in the production of glass, fiberglass, and enamel. For safety, while generally safe in small amounts, ingestion or excessive exposure can cause diarrhea, nausea, and severe cases like renal failure.
Now, how are they used? You'll often find them in processed food like bakery products, caviar, pickled foods, and sometimes in soft cheeses. Their main job is to act as preservative, keeping the food fresh for a longer time. But it's important to know that their use is carefully controlled because too much can actually be harmful to our health. For example, boric acid has been used in caviar to maintain its texture and pastries to prevent mold, and even in some noodles to help them last longer on the shelf. However, by country, And in some places, borans aren't allowed in foods at all. So, in short, boric acid and borates help preserve food and prevent spoilage, but we need to use them safely to avoid health risks.
What are sugar?
Sugars are natural or processed sweet substances that are added to food. They are commonly used to improve the taste, texture, and color of different food products. Because of sugar, food becomes sweeter and more enjoyable to eat.
Purpose of sugar.
Sugars have several purposes in food. First, they make food sweet and more appealing. Second, sugar helps preserve food by slowing down the growth of bacteria, especially in foods like jams and jellies. Third, sugars improve the texture and color of food, such as the browning that happens in baked goods like cakes and cookies.
Common types of sugars used in food.
There are different types of sugar used in food. Sucrose, also known as table sugar, is the most common. Glucose is often used in candies and drinks, and fructose is found in fruits and syrups. Another type is high fructose corn syrup, which is commonly used in soft drinks and processed foods. Many foods contain added sugars. These include soft drinks and juices, candies and chocolates, cakes, cookies, pastries, and also jams, jellies, and syrups. Sugars can have both positive and negative effects on the health. In small amounts, sugar gives energy to our body. However, eating too much sugar can cause tooth decay, weight gain, and increase the risk of diabetes. In conclusion, sugar plays an important role in food by improving flavor and helping preserve products. However, they should be consumed in moderation to maintain good health.
Good day, everyone. Today I will briefly talk about food additives and preservatives, focusing on alcohols, specifically ethanol and methanol. Alcohols are compounds used in food processing to slow the growth of bacteria and molds. Ethanol, also called ethyl alcohol, is the only alcohol allowed in food when used in safe and regulated amounts. It acts as a preservative and solvent. Ethanol is commonly found in alcohol beverages like beer and wine, in flavor extracts such as vanilla, and it is also produced naturally during fermentation in some foods. In contrast, methanol is toxic and not allowed in food. It can cause serious health problems such as blindness or death. So food safety authorities strictly ban this type of alcohol. In conclusion, ethanol is safe when properly used, while methanol must never be present in food. Thank you so much for watching.